Good blazer.
Just sorry, I didn't see that. I was reading a card. Do you want to come? Are you the guy doing the?
Yeah, that's me.
We're Ben and Liam, and this is local. And we're not saying we're losers.
No, this is the
This
symbol.
is local for the
for
show.
local.
This
Yeah.
is what the show's called. I mean, is this what a attention-seeking missile would wear to a couch interview?
If you two guys were lost in the wilderness together, what would happen?
I'd kill Ben.
Yeah, I'd probably eat Liam, I
I'd
reckon.
have to. I don't know. It'd be a bit weird.
I'm pretty sure I could overpower him. So I reckon if it came to it, I'd eat him and use his bones or something.
I think
I
Ben
reckon
would
you'd get about 2 days of nourishment out of it.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. I'm
No, but
sly and cunning like
No.
a fox. Like I'd be hiding in the trees,
Yeah.
and maybe you'd get me with brute force, but I'd wait till you're asleep and then drop a coconut. On you.
You don't even consider working together.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
a
should
no,
probably
yeah.
should have.
Maybe, but I mean, there'd be tribes, people I could work with.
Ben always talks about how he would thrive in a post-apocalyptic
I
world,
would thrive
and
so hard.
I think that's the thing. I do think he would love that.
Yeah.
What weapon would you choose in the zombie apocalypse then?
Just a nice kind of baseball bat.
I feel like when it came down to it, you'd need a machete.
I'm not stabbing anything. I mean,
Well,
if
you'd rather cave in a head than cut through a head.
I'd rather bludgeon a zombie to death than stab him. Definitely.
So why do we need comedy?
A day without laughter is a day wasted, as they say. My mum would say, if you don't laugh, you cry. That's all. You can't laugh and be unhappy, unless you're like Heath Ledger's the Joker. Like it's, you don't know how I got these scars. Yeah. He put the blade into my mouth.
I don't like making people laugh. Like, it's not a passion, making people laugh.
Isn't it?
Nah, like
Really?
I do it, but I don't try to do it. People just told me I was funny in school, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm just a bit of an asshole, I think.
What's the motivation then?
Yeah, the motivation, I think it's just because I like the challenge as well. It's not everyone can be funny, not everyone can make people laugh.
That's just definitely when I feel my most alive. Like that's what I do it for, to make people happy, brighten people's days in the morning with the radio thing.
A lot of stuff just annoys me. Like, I'm quite a negative person in a sense that I could pick 100 things in this room that annoy me about life, and that's where my comedy comes from. That's what makes me tick. Is the negativity in the world of stuff that I find funny, stuff that I like to make fun of. But, like,
The other day Ben said, I would talk to any girl.
No, he said that.
I wasn't me.
He definitely said that. He's like, I'll talk to any girl.
I mean, my point was, I'm confident enough to.
Mm.
Like, I would happily go, hey, how you doing? I'm not saying I would pull her. Oh, you know, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
g'day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you later.
Okay, what are you grateful for?
Definitely my parents, I think. Just my upbringing in general. Like, yeah, really couldn't ask for a more supportive kind of network. And my entire family, really. Like, my parents, my sister, uncles, aunties, grandparents. I don't really know what I'd do without that network.
Yeah, I think it'd be ungrateful to not say family as well, but I think just the drive that I've got is what I'm grateful for. Like, a lot of people don't have that. I was kind of just out on my own. I moved in with my sister, had to learn how to do everything, and I appreciate that. Like, that's not something that mum and dad moved out. I'm like, damn, that's annoying. Like, I love the fact that it was either sink or swim. Like, mum and dad for that matter, never babied me in life. Like, they never held your hand for anything. If you had to learn how to do it pretty quick, otherwise you'd sink. That's one of the things I'm most grateful for, is the fact that I was pushed to be good enough to do the things that you want.
Hard. Yeah, hard.
Yeah, hard.
Hard.
You said hard in your piece.
What's hard?
How does it make you feel to remember that we're tiny, insignificant specks on a planet in space?
It's definitely not a, oh, what's the point kind of thing. I
Yeah.
suppose it's like, yeah, if you're a speck, everyone else is a speck, and, you know, you impact the other specks on what you do as a speck.
I hope you're not being racist right now.
Yeah. I always say it's like a bit like, this job is a bit of a curse and a blessing, because, and it's the same thing with stand-up comedy as well, because it's like, it's a curse in the sense that, as I said, you can't have a bad day. So if you are feeling, you know, sad about something, or something's happened in your personal life that's really kind of tearing you up, you can't really let that affect your performance. I say it's a blessing in the sense that it's also a good kick up the bum, saying, hey, don't be mopey, like whatever's going on. Even if I'm not having a chipper day, if I've done something to brighten up someone else's day, then that's kind of awesome.
I've always had a very, like, I can do that attitude though. Like I've never had a moment where I'm like, I can't do that, or like, oh, I'm just defeated. Like I don't get that. And it probably just sounds like I'm lying, but I genuinely don't ever go, I can't do that. I remember one time where I was genuinely rattled.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say crushed, but I was rattled. I was like, oh, that was a bit rough, and it shook me when I did. It was my third ever stand-up gig.
Yeah.
And I remember I did a set. It was terrible. I even got a few heckles and stuff like that. And then afterwards, like, that rattled me. Like I was like, whoa, that was terrible. And then I said to myself I wasn't going to do it again. And then I got a message from a guy who was at the gig. He actually ran the night, and he said, "Don't let that deter you. Come back again, try it again." And I remember getting that message and going, "Oh, okay, then I will." Yeah. And then I had a few months off, but then I went back and did it again.
How do you feel about South Australia? The fact that you connect with so many people here, what does the state mean to you?
Yeah, I love South Australia.
Yeah, love it.
Born and bred in SA. It annoys me when people are like, oh, there's nothing to do in Adelaide. It's so boring. Like, I don't know, go out, have fun. I don't know, play with a stick. You're 18, work it out, bro. I don't know, have some fun. Go and get a burger.
Do you guys want to leave?
Nah. I'd be quite happy.
Yeah, I'd be happy to live in Adelaide my whole life and just go out and do stuff. Like, still leave and go do stuff, but come back because this is where your home is.
I've never felt the need to get out.
Are you guys overrated or underrated?
Underrated in the radio industry, I'd like to say that. Not that I think we should be rated more and people should give us more accolades or anything like that. I just think...
I think a better way to put it is underdogs, which is a good thing. It's a good thing to be the underdog. You don't want to be the big guy. I certainly don't want to be the big guy just yet. I think it's good being underdog because then no one's necessarily paying attention to you.
Does being famous appeal to you?
I think being known...
Yeah,
be the term.
when we first sat down, when we first started doing radio, we asked ourselves, like, what do you want? And we never said famous. Like, you want to be known for what you do. If you do good stuff, you want to be known for that. And if the byproduct from that is when you go out, someone recognises you, and that's all well and good. But you don't do it to be known. They say work hard until you don't have to introduce yourself anymore. I think that's pretty much nail on the head.
You at that point yet?
No.
Is that the quote?
Yeah, work hard until you don't have to introduce yourself anymore.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a little bit... Is it the Russian one?
Yeah, it might be.
I think it's...
I think I might be missing a piece of it, but it's...
Yeah, it's...
That's my adaptation of it.
It's like, work hard or kill everyone else who does it better. If it's a definition.
What's the meaning of life?
To do the right thing by our people and make them happy whilst also being happy yourself.
The meaning of life is what you make it. I think if you think there's a definition for it, like, or if there's a set answer out there somewhere, then you're doing it wrong.